Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Hapes Consortium. We have started penetrating the CSA territory by taking Telos, which isn't the most CSA of CSA planets. They do still have their entire main territory up here. So we do have to go up and contend with that. I realized after the last episode that what seemed like empty slots, it was just because in this build, for whatever reason, it's been fixed since, the icons for the CSA government structures just weren't in the MTD file. So it looked like they were more sparse than they were. So we do have the actual factional capital of the CSA as well as the regular capital there. So that's something we will have to worry about. But we probably want to go up there first. We could technically take Garros, which would make it a lot easier to go through a lot of this without having to go all the way back up, which I really want to do. But I want some spies on that first. So maybe we'll check that out first. We do have 10,000 credits to work with here. And Contrum's already as defended as it can be. Where is Thane? Dungeonaris, which we probably should. No, he's not on Generis. What am I talking about? He's in transit somewhere. All right, there he is. All right. Well, he's here. Let's queue up at least a unit or two. So we will get Hiccup and Toothless and Pella. Then I will move him down to Meridoon.
Shuttle en route.
Alright.
Nebulon B frigate here.
Let's put a Bidem in that part. And just gotta resize a window here, sorry. Be able to actually see that. Okay, there we go. Not resizing the AW window. That would be game suicide. The AW does not like that. Alright. He's here finally. Let's get the main house structure and a space structure for it. There's an allegiance there, but nothing we can't handle. Yeah, it'll be a kind of tough ground battle with the local defenses and a pretty big set of actual units, but they won't have too many extra garrisons to throw at us. So we can go in, open up this territory to our home planets, and let's actually check how the economy is doing for all of them. So Empire has 18,000 credits. Another thing we can do then is try to make them spend a lot of it on Kuat, because we've been raiding them. If we can do that properly, then we can stop them from both stop them from building more stuff there and make them keep repaying for the structures, which helps them not build up an assault force for later. Mandalore is still controlled by the Mandalorians. We haven't taken it over yet. We will have it completely surrounded after this, which means we'll be able to take it whenever we want. And I do want to take it because having the Kadalbes would be really nice for us. Because right now, in this playthrough, we're not able to benefit from boarding. So that'll influence units, I guess, are going to be our boarding stand-ins. All right, don't fire at the.
Squadron reporting. Holding for maximum firepower.
Okay, we lost a battle dragon there. If I'd been less dumb, well, if I put everything in faster. Okay, I don't think they're going to be able to kill anything else out of that. Well, sir, go for the thing that actually has shields. Do your job.
Picking up signal. Enemy fighters in range.
Okay, we've lost more than I wanted out of this. That was a battle dragon and 2 of the smaller ships.
Standing by. Ready for orders.
Kind of just threw everything in. Oh well. All right. I could have had those more around the fleet tender, and then they wouldn't have been able to beat it. But I didn't do that, so now I'm suffering the consequences. All right, here comes the Lancers. But we've taken out the Allegiance, we've taken out the ISD mostly.
I'll try and draw their fire.
And let's try to get in for these smaller ships.
Got one. Enemy UAV.
We can move in now. There.
We're going in.
Okay, we want you to. We want you to go for the Lancers, because right now our bombers are just gonna die flying in like this. There's nothing else for them to really do, so I may as well just see if they can get to the Golan, take down the shield a bit.
Break off. Crossfire.
There's currently no downside to losing the bombers once you're done with them.
Keep your eyes open. Get him off me. I'll try and draw their fire. Close. That's got him. I'm in range.
Alright, Halter shields are back. I shouldn't worry too much about the Carrack. Really the Lancers that are more concerning. Even then, they've... Okay. We've made it past there. So I should probably send the bombers for the shipyard.
I need help here.
Because we are about to be in range of the Golan with our actual ships.
Roger that. Fire at will. Blast. My stabilizer's broken loose. Encountering resistance.
Nope, there's another Lancer coming in.
Scanner contact behind me. Making the man.
Okay, you should be able to hit the Golan. You don't even have your other hard points left.
Stay in attack formation.
Well, you do have some of them. So, never mind.
That's got him. Got one. I'll try and draw their fire. There's one on me. Ah!
Alright, that is going to start to go down now, so we're probably safe to pop on powered weapons.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Bombers are still going for the shipyard. They've got it like halfway down, it looks like.
Maneuver. They're coming around. I'm bent in. Need to break off.
And anything else for our fighters to worry about? Not really.
Warm up.
Nothing that's going to be threatening us. Don't give them any specific orders.
Blast. My stabilizer's broken. I can't shake him. Awaiting order. Loosen up.
Alright, that is a dead shipyard.
No good.
We'll get on in there.
Get him off me.
And
Encountering resistance.
that'll be a dead Garros.
Encountering resistance. No good. I can't maneuver. Look out! Look out! Keep your eyes open for those
Alright,
fighters.
that Lancer is down.
I've got a problem.
Garrick's down.
Copy. Stay in attack formation. Should we go around for another pass? Watch your six. Increase to full throttle. Stay in attack.
And it's just that Lancer left? That one? Yeah.
That's one.
Cool.
We are victorious.
The poor Empire's really struggling. Did we ever figure out where... Okay, we lost Dragon Wagon, we lost a regular Nova Cruiser, and we lost Rancor Queen. That's going to come back. It's all going to come back. It's going to be fine. But I don't remember if we ever found out where Isard was hanging out. So, oh, was that going to be 3 Coronals? No, it was just going to be 2. Cool. So... We can actually queue up another Battle Dragon here. Get Imagine Dragon. I think... Yeah, we didn't send around any scouts for that. Or we didn't, I forget. Alright, they have a ship there. Do they have a shipyard, though? That is the question.
We've located the enemy.
I guess my question for anyone in chat here or in the YouTube comments is which of the factions you're most looking forward to playing in point 2 when it's out. Whether it's one of the warlords, the Hapens. That's not great. Yikes. Okay, fine. We should be able to get through that. Alright, anything with powered weapons, let's just go with it now, because we don't have to worry about the ships doing too much to us here. We've already gotten through most of them.
We're drawing their fire. Let's do some damage. Reporting.
We do need to worry about that hypervelocity gun getting another shot or two in. Though, like, realistically, if they're going to be going for the chrono, they won't be able to do anything. We're going to be
Yes, Commander. That's
GTS immune on that.
Watch your six. That's got him. Crossfire. I'll try and draw their fire.
Alright, let's try to get in a little bit further.
Ready. En route. Squadron reporting. Attack. I've got my approach vector. I've been hit.
Come on. Just, we need some other stuff to go over there.
Standing by. Fire. Stay in attack formation. I'll try and draw their fire. Should we go around for another pass?
Like, the continual rating on Kuat is going to be slightly more difficult with them having the ground-to-space weapon. But as long as they target the coronal with it and we have double coronals, then we shouldn't have to worry about taking any actual casualties from it. Even if we did lose one ship out of it, they're going to be in rougher shape either way. Like, we're taking about 10 grand in credits from them right now, and they only have like 10 grand saved up and not much more than that per week. Maybe even less than that. I don't think the stats page for the we just stop. Oh crap.
Need to break off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the stats page shows the income adjusted for difficulty level. I don't think it does.
Ready for command.
But the absolute credit value is definitely correct.
Holding for maximum firepower.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Stupid hard points. Always messing up with fleet tenders.
Try not to let one on your tail.
Shadow's asking, is there any new unit that surprised you how fun or useful it is?
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
New units... I'm less surprised by any of them. But... like, the big thing this release that I've started using that I haven't really used in the past as much is ATPTs, even though they were always that useful. Oh shit.
Construction
There we go.
complete.
Alright, let's move you guys in. I mean, we'd be able to put a thing in the chart to do the math for us, but... let's see, where's the Empire? They're making 6 grand, they have 25 grand. And let's get Meridian 2 with a House Shipyard. And hopefully we'll be able to grab... no, not Contrim. I don't want to take Contrim. It's mine already. I want to grab Gyros. Jesus. Octavian... Oh, okay. Octavian Soren has been killed, not Octavian Grant. Apparently they said no like the Naboo. How is the New Republic doing? Anyways. Like, sure, you took Naboo. Been sitting there for a while. Is that going to be the first step in a much larger New Republic Ariadu victory? Is there a way to have a casualty report list after a galactic conquest? Sort of. It would be kind of weird to set it up. Like, you'd be able to more easily have like a running tally of everything, but it's still... That would turn into a very big table. I'm not sure what the memory implications there would be. Alright, let's try this at home. We're not going to be able to produce any more units, so if we have to back out, if we can focus on killing their units over killing their structures, that might be the better option. Because they don't have any production buildings here, I don't think. Alright, let's see if we can get over there. We want that. We want... I think we want the food. And you get over there. I'm not even going to bother going for the vision right now. Not sure that it's going to be doable, so I'm going to wait until we have other stuff. If we can get the landing zone, that'd be even better. There we go. The fact that I don't have the heavy ones, not a great sign. We gotta make do with just those. Solanus, get over here.
Reporting. Ready.
You light guys want to get back here,
Yes, sir.
and you can kill that. Or move back. Well, that turbo laser is actually dead.
We'll provide backup.
There's one. That'll be a second, and just keep trying to move back here. Damn. I need to stop invading with smaller ground forces. Yeah. If I'd stayed back at this landing zone, we possibly could have done that. I went too fast for that, even though they had a like 9 stack there and just lost everything. But we got rid of the rest of their infantry for that. I'm gonna leave them there. I could just go take Roche. That could be fun. That's New Republic. Means that'd cut off Thanos, and then Thanos would be their only capital shipyard, because I don't think Maldrood has anything left in the core. Well, they do have Borleus, but that's not in the core. You know what? I think that's worth it. But do you think that's going to be even more worth it is saving right now? Because we are 20 minutes in. Need to stop trying to get by with less than 10 ground units. That's going to be a longer term problem for us. So that leaves, what, 4 Greater Maldrood planets in that cluster. Then there'd be 1 separated with Thanos, and Borleus would be over there. If we get the Greater Maldrood to revolt, or not to integrate, then Borleus is probably going to the Empire, but I'm not sure if the Empire or the PA is actually the most legitimate right now. It's almost certainly not Ariadu. Ariadu has been struggling a little bit themselves, and they just lost all those heroes. So it's really probably PA at this point. Hard to say. If we can like take Kuat from them, from the Empire, it's definitely the PA. Like Kuat, we already took, or Kurita, we already took. Kuat would drop them by even more. If we took Coruscant, then they're basically dead. But all right, let's see how we do on that. I'm gonna cancel these two because I'm gonna use that time to build more infantry and more everything.
Training soldiers.
You want one?
Vehicle in
3.
production. Vehicle in production.
Get our mostly standard for that.
Tactical battle imminent.
All right, and it's just the goal that they have here right now. They are gonna be in trouble. All right, sorry about that, VOD watchers. We had a crash trying to load the next battle, so we had to load the save. We are back. Everything's fine now. We're all good. How are you? I should probably retreat, actually, is what I should probably do. Then I can come back with the Pathfinder.
Retreat in progress.
Yeah. We retreat, we come back, and that's it. Then we win.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh, crap. They are coming back from Maldrood.
Shuttle en route.
Building cancelled.
Building cancelled.
There. Save some money. Alright, we will use that money to build up more ground units after the disaster of last time.
In production.
That part didn't get saved.
Recruiting.
And
Constructing unit.
I want to get
Constructing unit.
all of you there. So that's going fine. That's still building what we want. You're still building stuff. Where else do we want to build something? Maybe Ord Mantell? Let's build at Ord Mantell. We're gonna get Venerable Warrior.
Production.
And let's see, like, maybe we can get into Maldrood. Probably not. They're probably just gonna take it.
Reporting. System lost.
Yeah. But if we can catch any of that right now... What's the biggest ship the Hapens have access to? Other than the Star Home, which is a large fleet tender kind of thing, they have the Mist Carrier, which is 1,200 meters. That's the biggest one they have. The Neutron's probably the bulkiest one. Like, if you calculate the actual volume of the ship, I think it's probably slightly bigger than the Mist Carrier.
Reinforcements en route.
So this guy, maybe not. But in terms of length and probably volume, then the Mist. I haven't been saying many names. Baki Munificent. Need a grind set. Okay, you should probably stop. The power to weapons from those other ships is going to be a problem for a streetcar named Desire.
Reinforcements en route.
Let's try to throw in as much to do as much damage as possible while we can. Will the Battle Dragon refits you mentioned in the Hapen video be in 0.3 and beyond? Yeah, there's only going to be the one Battle Dragon type in 0.2. Because there's basically versions for before Courtship of Princess Leia, after Courtship of Princess Leia, and like a later Yuzan Vong War loadout for it. Which are not necessary for the basic functioning of the faction. But it's also more tied to like story stuff once we get there.
No good. I can't maneuver.
We're drawing their fire.
Standing by. Decrease to full throttle.
Alright. That's a good chunk of Maldrood firepower down. I was kind of hoping there'd be ground stuff in space. Then I could just
Picking up signal.
kill it for free.
I'm in range.
But it doesn't look like that ended up being the case, sadly.
Fighters in range.
Where are those Guardians? There we go. How far off are the Vong? It's hard to say. I don't know that they'll end up being in 0.3 at all. We do have some assets done for them. Like, they've been picked away in the background a little bit for a while. Lost Mulan and Streetcar named Desire there. I think we might have to... a little bit on any of our further plans.
Reporting.
We do need this planet back. But yeah, so... it really just depends on how much other stuff we end up having to do.
G2B over.
Moving out.
We'll wait until we have those
Roger.
instructions done. Alright, we want one of you and one of you.
Production.
One of you and one of you.
Unit.
Where do I have any other production? We want the gunships. Let's actually get two there.
Production.
I'm going to park some of these on those planets. Or on that planet. Because then we can still go and do the roast battle. We can get roasted. Thanks, MC Raven, for subscribing. Appreciate it.
Destination Nebulon B frigate here. Reporting. Nebulon B frigate here. Right away.
Did I stack that? I didn't mean to stack that. I'm so sorry, Battle Dragon.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, hopefully we can just go from here to Thanos without crashing. Though maybe I won't go for Thanos. Like, it's isolated, so destroying the shipbuilding capabilities there is only going to be so useful.
Reinforcements en route.
Like, not unuseful, but...
Reinforcements en route.
I don't think they're actually going to pull too many offensives out of that. Like, we can go back to focusing on the CSA, like the poll results wanted a few weeks ago.
Stay on target.
Don't go too far up there. Try to just stick together, because we've taken out that pretty fast. Let's get you guys back.
Orders. Reporting in. We're going in.
Fighters, you can go up.
Ready for command.
Bombers, you can go up there.
Get him off me.
How awesome would it be if the game's creators could make it so the game uses more than one core? That would be awesome. Unfortunately, that would basically mean remaking the game. Like, it's not, no matter how many patches they end up doing, it's not something that would be
Keep your eyes open for those fighters.
ever likely to see.
I'm in range.
We're drawing their fire.
Brutal Friday, I like that.
That's it. Scratch one.
Lasers linked and ready. Attack formation.
I've got my approach vector.
Enemy unit disabled. Crossfire. Warm up. Attack formation.
Alright, let's try to keep these guys a little bit spread out so that they,
The laser. Copy.
for one thing, don't go and die to
I need help here.
a bunch of enemy corvettes.
3-2, full throttle.
But also so they don't go and
That's it. Scratch one.
hit the same hardpoint all the time.
Blast switch stabilizers broken loose.
I've got my approach vector.
Stay in attack formation.
That's it. Scratch one.
Going for the lasers. Try not to let one on your tail. Hold on.
But yeah, to get back to the Vong thing from quite a while ago, I don't know that we're gonna be doing any new major factions in point 3. Like, there'll probably be some stuff put on the map. So like the Siruvi and such might show up on the map, because we are working on the map rework, so having the factions in, even in a basic level, is useful for that. But the Yuzon Vong are more of a story thing and like future maps, so they don't slide in as easily, or they're not as necessary to slide in.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
Because when they show up, it's more of a story related or gameplay mechanic related thing where they need more of their stuff done at once. So it'd be unlikely that we decide, or that we get to the point where the Vong ends up being a focus for point 3. Like, you'll probably see the Chish show up as a regular faction, probably Corellia and the Hutts and Siruvi, maybe even Killix, but
Losing power.
Vong are probably the one that's like safest to say you wouldn't see.
Encountering resistance.
Blast switch stabilizers broken loose.
Would the Vong be locked from the ground up in historical map? No. They'd get their own versions of those as well, but they'd have emergent faction events for them in the earlier eras when you select them, and when they're added, there'll also be era 8 and 9 added for the Yuzon Vong War, so they'd have their own progressive starts there as well.
Should we go around for another pass? Ready.
Alright, that is it for Roche again. Definitely saving after this one. Alright, that's a save. Save. Long and Arrow 1 sounds overpowered. Well, it's not that like things get better as the game goes on. Like, one pop cap of units is still one pop cap of units. You probably wouldn't be seeing the Vong and Arrow 1, but there'd be certain things building up to them showing up. So if you like lock yourself to Arrow 1, which is an option that people would have eventually, hopefully, maybe, or you were like really turtling and everything went like rolled perfectly to get the Vong to show up, like maybe late Arrow 1 they could, but like the goal with those kinds of events is to scale them with what's going on the map and have them make sense that way, rather than just like dropping a 6,000 stack of units somewhere annoying and having them probably immediately die if you're established or do nothing if you're not. But it wouldn't...
Constructing.
It probably wouldn't be set up like that.
Reporting.
should be able to invade in a second. Should have the heavier vehicles. Here we go.
Location confirmed.
Construction
And hopefully that's enough to take Meridoon, even if it's not enough to take Garros. Hopefully we finish this before that happens. Would all the other factions become allies against the Vong? No. There'll be government mechanics related to, like, the GFFA, but you can't, like, Empire War does not work well with just setting everyone to be allied. Like, we want to do that with very limited stuff, but there's a lot of bugs associated with it. Using it in widespread ways would be very bad. And, like, even doing it in limited ways with, like, set factions, there's problems that would arise that we really need to have workarounds for.
I am waiting. What do you wish?
Alright, no defensive structures, so...
It's about time.
Choose your reinforcements.
Course plotted.
I don't know what they have unit-wise. See if we can stop them from getting too many
Ready. Right
field
away.
bases as well.
Awaiting your command.
The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, world ships would basically be SSDs. Kill the infantry and then run away.
Moving into position.
Like everyone's running away.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, we want the heavy vehicles there then,
Do you have a plan?
and you guys come over this way.
If I must,
I'll follow your lead.
I go. I'm here.
That's not working out.
Headed on my
Okay, let's
way.
head back then.
Head out, man. Yes, sir.
For a problem.
Roger.
Okay, we really need this landing zone then.
Reporting
What
in.
is it, Commander?
Roger that. Form up. Right away. Yes, sir. Course plotted.
Need that. We'll get the regular ones and another heavy.
Adjusting navigator. Awaiting orders. Advancing. I'll follow your layout. Right behind you. Fallout troops. Copy. I copy. Let's move out. Let's go. Heavy fire. Lock and load.
You're not going to get too many specific answers on exactly how any of their content's going to work, because again, that's not a faction that we're directly working on yet. We're picking away at a few assets, but that doesn't quite go along with, like, full exact plans on how anything else is going to work for them yet. Once we're actually working on them, once we're in the release that they're actually going to show up, then we'll have all the appropriate announcements for it. They should actually be fine there. And I'm going to send
Roger.
even more. I hear that boarding will be back in the upcoming update. Boarding is back in the public version, and it's going to be still in 0.2. So boarding's been back since like early 0.1. It was only removed for a few months. There were some parts of the beta where it was disabled. Like, it only got re-enabled in the beta recently. But that was... It's been in the public versions for quite some time. Okay, they have so many of the ground tenders. There we go. Alright, we need to get infantry in to actually capture stuff.
Commander. Awaiting your orders.
This probably means their main territory is at least a quarter less full, because they only had 4 planets there.
Let's move out.
So if they got a full stack, which we don't know that they did, but if they did,
Awaiting instructions.
for some reason I thought the underlay there was the grenade was a
We can cover you. Ready.
was a blood stain, the famous orange shapen blood.
Keep going. Reporting in. Open fire.
Nolan was really struggling trying to get the blood effects how they are now. Like, it may seem like a small detail, but Nolan was on that for like a week. Probably only a day or two, but it felt like a week.
I am waiting.
We need
Our base.
4,
Heading out,
3. Oh, I should have put those over there.
Moving to that
Okay,
location.
run that way. I don't know if we're going to be able to get our infantry over there.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, they have like 3 or 4 field bases, so they're getting a lot of infantry out of that, plus whatever companies they brought.
What do you want?
Luckily, none of them should be... Need that one.
Form up.
None of them should be a huge problem. They shouldn't be able to, like, destroy our field base there.
It is about time.
Right there, figure that out, and that'll be this half of the map.
Ready. They will know fear.
Everyone shooting the same dude. Right. I'm just gonna go to the victory point with 1 or 2 of them. If we can take the victory point, that'll speed that up a little bit. No hunting.
Do you have a plan?
Go over the bridge on there.
I'm here. Acknowledged.
Make sure we take that landing zone back before we leave. Okay. It's gonna be too much damage coming at you. So just make sure this one is tanking, and then you can come back and help with the rest. Okay, they're leaving. We got it. No problem. Oh. It finished right as it went in. Stupid EAW bugs. My entire ground army that I have to take the planet to get back.
Training soldiers.
T2B over.
Can we even get up there? Probably not in time. We'll try.
Moving to coordinates. Moving to destination. Boarding.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, that Imperial fleet's there. We have the ion cannon. We have a good amount of stuff. Like, maybe we don't need to worry about this. What separates Hapen ground and Maldrood ground? At a glance, they look like Zinj and Maldrood mushed together. Something. There's a lot of differences between Hapens and Maldrood. Like the infantry focus is a big thing that separates the Hapens and Maldrood. They're both pretty mobile. Both rely on smaller stuff, but
En route.
the Hapens aren't quite as mobile as Maldrood tend to be, and their infantry tend to be worse. There's still more of a vehicle focus for them. They are kind of a combination between different elements of Zinj and Maldrood, but when you have like unique playstyles for 8+ playable faction, that's still like you're still gonna have like different parts that are similar to other factions, different combinations.
Standing by. Ready for orders. Reporting in.
Like the end result still makes them play very differently.
Ready for commands.
Ion cannon
Watch
available.
for enemy fighters.
Ion cannon, you. It'll be easiest to kill Rogris because he has no command bonus on him. Yeah, I did the
You calling for me, sir?
mouse collision override with the fighters
Roger.
after last stream. Not a thing that's going to be in this build, but
Ready for
like in the build that I'm playing, but it's in the release build.
Ion cannon available.
It's all the ISDs with no shields.
Form up. Plotting course.
See if we can get to the bombers before
Waiting orders.
they come and destroy our day.
Copy.
Killing Soontier is going to be difficult. I think we're just going to focus on everything else first.
Yes, sir. Let's do some damage. Yes,
Like, I'm not going to bother with him until we've got
orbital command available.
other fighters down, like the bombers, the fighters.
Standing by.
Okay, maybe hit the fighter bay then.
At your command. Ready
I think that goes with our plan.
attack formation. Scanner contact behind me.
And it's best if you go power to weapons as well.
Attack formation.
We can just try to take it down before anything else comes in.
Look out! Reporting in. Ready for command. Fire. Swinging around.
Bombers, move on to the next one.
Leaving message.
Ion cannon available.
Stay in attack formation. I'm in range. Stay in attack formation.
Before the bombs hit, oh look at that.
Calling for me, sir. Open fire. Decoding transmission. Scratch one. Roger that.
Okay, the Rogers command bonus is about to be gone. Then without that, I don't think they have a shot.
That's it. Scratch
Each Meridian could solo an ISD if it needed to. Especially a shieldless ISD.
ready for action. Maneuver. Command.
Not even at the 100th Meridian.
Target's coming in fast.
It does look like the Empire got the Storm Commando group.
Space station damaged.
We've seen a fair few IECs out of them.
Primary target acquired. There's one on me. Orbital command available. I've been hit. Scanner contact behind me. They're coming around. We're drawing their fire.
You can handle that. Battle Dragon, back in. Who's Thrawn Falk for you?
At your command. Target's coming in fast.
We need to kill the octopus on that.
Leaving message. That's got him.
They're still doing a lot of damage. We're gonna stun you. Probably should have done this one, even though it's weaker. Like, it's still the one that's attacking the thing with the weakest shields. So let's see if I can give the assist on that. That. Get the medium. Okay, now that's just ion cannons. Which, well, we actually still have shields, so never mind. That is worth. Let's go for those. Get up here. Nova, here. Alright, now it's just the smaller stuff. And if I know any platitudes, it's just a universal fact that you shouldn't sweat the small stuff. If they had a bigger group of small stuff, then I'd sweat it, but they don't. That's all they got. The Nova, I probably need to send into that group. You know what? No, stay out of there. Stay out of there. That's a Lancer. That's a problem. Those are all Lancers. Those are all problems. Okay, as long as Thanos doesn't have a big fleet, and I think our failed attempt at attacking it in the crashed version of the playthrough, I think they didn't even have more than a frigate or two there, so we don't need to keep Astarta. No, not Astarta. Whatever fleet we've been keeping at Contrim, I don't think we need to keep there anymore. We can move it around. Now that's those Lancers. You're gonna go on a Lancer hunt. No, don't get away. Don't get away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Told you not to. I'm uninstalling this fucking game. I swear to God. Swear to God. So where do we want to put them? Because yeah, they're not attacking from Thanos. We're not going into Thanos just yet, but did the New Republic just take Metalor? Those cheeky. Alright. I want my units back.
Heading out.
I'm gonna go and auto-resolve that before they build a second structure. Classic EAW bug.
Reporting. All out. Reporting. Moving to coordinates.
Could recruit a Galney if we wanted to.
Invasion commencing. System control achieved.
Building started.
Have the house back. Alright, we know we have Galney. I think we want recruit.
Building under
Well, hold on. What's your income? 200. I'm gonna go with this. Because again, this is not a thing you'll have to worry about in the public build, but the structures aren't giving.
constructing.
They're not all giving the bonus income the way they're supposed to, or not bonus influence, so I can get the bonus income.
Constructing.
Junction, you're a good place for a trade port. What do the generic Royal House do over the normal ones? They allow you to build the regular infantry.
Moving to destination.
The infantry types are locked to the house ownership.
Construction complete.
So when you build a barracks, the type of infantry you're able to build varies based on what your Royal House is on that planet.
Complete.
Reporting. Adjusting navigomputer. Course plotting. cleared for departure.
And can you get a trade port now? Gavin, we're not building a mine or a tax agency there. That would be dumb. So let's build 3 of these.
Production.
If we take 1 or 2 more planets, then they're all getting absorbed. We could take Metalorn. I don't want to like hurt the New Republic too much, but if we take Metalorn or even Slaheyron, then that just pushes it down into one thing to defend, especially because we're going through the north this way. That could be neat.
Moving out.
I think I need a regular Battle Dragon. Yeah. That should allow us to do bombardment at least. Or no, I'm not sure. Was either of them set up? I don't think they were. I forget what I've been using or not. Okay, let's spy on Rivester.
T2B over.
Save Hapes 38. So we'll try to take Garros at least, and then that'll probably be the last battle for the episode. The Shipyard currently doesn't do anything differently. It's been locked for release, so you can only build the 3 house ones. You do start with some main Royal House shipyards on some planets, but until we get to some of the other future stuff, then their bonuses aren't in yet. But there's a lot that's related to the Royal Houses that is going to be expanded on in the future, like the government mechanics are just in their most basic form, like we do with the first iterations of all factions. But there's already a good chunk of future stuff in progress, nearly ready-ish for the Hapens.
Invasion commencing.
Alright, let's see if we can do this a bit more safely. And we should be getting close to 3 grand more from income. No, probably 2 grand more from income after
What is
all
it,
the
Commander?
all the
What is
stuff
your
we're building
order?
up there.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, we want...
Where's the next target?
Well, I think we want
What do you
recruit.
need?
They shouldn't have too many infantry. So we need stuff to kill the vehicles.
Acknowledged.
Maximum
Destination
unit
set.
capacity.
Right away. Moving.
Proceeding with caution.
If I must. I go.
As long as we can take
Awaiting instructions.
field bases
I am
from
ready.
them.
Heading out.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Roger.
In point 2, there aren't any house-specific ships other than, like, the commanders.
Open fire. We're right behind you.
About time.
Like, the actual stats for those
Ready to
ships
go.
are different,
We'll
though.
assist you. Awaiting orders.
It's just the command bonus.
Copy. I copy. Keep going.
Ready. It will be done.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting your command.
Reporting. This way.
You don't need to be taking cover right now, probably. Having the gunships will be nice here.
Moving out. We're right with you.
We can send these back and forth.
Destroy.
Alright, we want all the infantry to just drop in. That company's gonna be dead. They're obviously gonna have a lot of ATAPs from their garrison plus the 2 companies they had. I don't know how many they have in reserve, though. It's gonna be difficult to get in on that. That needs to die. Get out.
I will.
Everyone just get out. Get a Maldrood field base. Destroying that. Can that die? Cool.
What is your order?
So where's the nearest infantry here?
In that direction.
Roger that.
And can I get another build pad somewhere? I guess we'll have to go back here for a build pad. In which case, you can go up there. You're gonna come back here, and you can go back that way.
What do you wish?
Shit! No! Oh. I think I let both of them just die there.
We could cover you. Course plotted. Awaiting
That sucks.
orders. Copy. Moving into position. Can do. I copy. Reporting. Order acknowledged.
Awaiting your command. With pleasure. What is my next
Oh.
objective?
Standing by.
Boy.
Do you have a plan? So be it.
Which kind are these? These are the regular Hapes. Okay, so they should have the
Commander.
heavy lasers. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Cool.
Yes. Acknowledged.
Okay, we're gonna have to move back on that.
Adjusting nav. Right away.
And let's see if we can get in
Moving.
there.
Where's the next target? I go.
Ready.
What do you need? Heading out.
Awaiting your orders.
Awaiting instructions.
The rest of you need to go in there too.
Reporting. Coordinates received.
I am ready. I will stop. I shall eliminate them.
They may not have rockets, so I think it's something that I want to put a different projectile in for. And I feel like a lot of players will end up seeing the lasers coming out and think they don't have any anti-vehicle power because there's not the fun rocket trails. So I do want to give them something that looks a little bit heavier for the infantry-mounted anti-vehicle lasers, anti-armor lasers.
We're right with you. Ready for action.
On vehicles themselves, we don't have anything like that. Like, it's still... Like, blaster cannons don't all look different for anti-vehicle versus anti-infantry. Or at least as different. But people have a built-in expectation of, like, okay, this is gonna look that way. Whereas with infantry, if you don't have that trail, then a lot of people are more likely to say, oh, well, that's not a thing.
They will not survive. Listen to that location.
Roger that. Advancing.
Alright, we really need to kill that. We really need to kill that AT-AP. My voice is starting to not work. Not great. That's down.
I will be there soon.
The AT-AP is a problem.
Fire. Let's go. Let's move out. Lock and load.
See if we can destroy that field base.
Objective.
Well, if we can take the
You have a plan. I'm
planetary shield out too. Well, the blasters already look slightly differently from the lasers. It's just, it's not, like, it's enough to be different enough on the vehicles, but it's harder for players to get a feel of for
Fear nothing.
being on infantry. Alright, kill that.
So be it.
There they are.
What is it, Commander? As you wish.
Over there. Spreading out.
Alright, there's Garros. There's the episode. Lost the gunboats because I'm an idiot.
System conquered.
Lost the heavy vehicles for a legitimate reason.
Building under construction.
But that's going to do it for today's episode. We're going to keep going for one more episode here on Twitch. So for those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you're looking forward to the release, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.